All right. This should be working now. Hi, everybody. My name is Z Garcia, and I am going to be taking your questions today, possibly even answering some of them. It's a new concept we're working on. We're calling it questions and answers, or Q&A for short. And we're going to try it out. It's never been done before. As far as we know, no one's ever attempting anything like this. But we're all about new ideas and revolutionizing, really. So we're going to give it a go. Anyway, if you have any questions for me, let them fly here in the comments. And let's just have some fun. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so if you've been saving up any questions, now would be a good time for those as well. All right, let me see here. Pop out chat. Let's do that so that I can follow these. Okay. What do we got? Hey, Z, what British goodies should I bring you this time? Have you tried red pudding yet? No. In fact, I avoid colors in my pudding as often as I can. It should be sweet. It's pudding, not bread. A loaf of bread, not pudding. And also as few colors as possible. What are you dressing up as for Halloween? Gosh, I haven't dressed up for Halloween in ages, so nothing. I'll just be a geeky gamer. You know, what I do every day. Hello, everybody. Hello. What next overlay on the pandemic mechanics would you like to see? Would you want to see? I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what you... I don't get it, I guess. Looking forward to seeing you at Essen. Looking forward to seeing you at Essen as well, everybody. If you're going to be there, definitely come by. Say hey. I am excited for it. It's just right around the corner here, so getting ramped up for that. Someone's asking, question, will you answer my question? Yes. Maybe. Can you revive the Chameleon versus Small World joke? I don't actually remember the joke. I have a really bad memory, and oftentimes people say, hey, that was a funny bit you did about the thing, and I don't know what they're talking about anymore, because as soon as I said it, it's gone, and I don't recall that stuff. Okay. Would Dominion be considered a card Euro game? Yes. Have you ever played Pandemic? Yes. Do you play any video games? I do. Very rarely, but I do. I've actually been playing, and I'm always way behind the curve when it comes to video games. For example, I played Fallout 3, still my favorite game ever, when I was playing Fallout 3, or rather, I was playing Skyrim when Fallout 4 came out. So I'm that far behind. But Fallout 3 is my favorite game, video game. Have you ever thought of designing a game? Yes. And then anytime I get even close to prototyping, I'm thinking, this takes a lot of work. I don't know how to. I have to print cards and cut things, and there's all these games that are already made over here. I'm gonna go play one of them. Since you and Suzanne both like roll and write games, have you thought about doing something together on that topic? No, but that is a cool idea. And I definitely would like to do more content with Suzanne when I get a chance, because I think she's fantastic. Favorite albums from each decade from the 80s to now? Wow. Okay. Man, from the 80s, I'm so bad about knowing when music came out. I know my favorite album from the 90s is likely to be Monster from REM. From the 80s, I don't know. And 2000 and after that, this is not a very good question for me. I am again, the memory thing. You'll have to forgive me. Z, have you tried playing Spirit Island since the review? No, it really wasn't for me, so I haven't played anymore. Man, this is already doing that funky jumping around. Ugh. Z, first time watching your Q&A. Well, welcome in that case. Thank you for tuning in. Do you ever miss teaching? What grade did you teach? I do miss teaching sometimes because I miss coaching. I was a theater high school teacher. And I don't think I'm very good of a, I don't think I'm a particularly good teacher, but I think I'm a fairly good coach, acting coach, you know. And I enjoyed that very much. I do miss that a lot. The teaching, the package, has a lot of things I don't enjoy and don't agree with, but I miss coaching. Do you still like Samurai Spirit? I do. I haven't played it in a long time, but I do enjoy the game still. What do you do for fun besides board games? Read. I play video games rarely. Like I said, I consume food. I don't know if I do it for fun, but I do it. Oh, what else do I enjoy doing? I like movies. I'm a big cinephile, but not TV shows so much. But movies, yeah. Oh, I probably shouldn't be whistling on the microphone. Just watched your top 10 anticipated for Essen. Great to watch. Thank you. I just finished editing that yesterday. So thank you. Oh boy, it jumped. It jumped! Hey Z, explain your hat. Oh, this is from, it says the Haunted Game Cafe, which is a fantastic board game cafe in Colorado. If you are anywhere near them, I recommend you go check them out. Love that place. They're great. Have you played 51st State Scavengers yet? Yes. In fact, I just finished editing that review about half an hour ago. So that'll go up soon, later this week. Hi Z, I'm a huge fan of Bruno Cathala, and I love live meeting games which wrap up quickly. I got picked on for not liking Gloomhaven on BGG. Okay. How do you manage to stay away from the mass hysteria? Huh. It's a weird question. I don't think I do. I think I'm affected by hype just as much as anyone else. But I also have played a lot of games, and I kind of go into a lot of things knowing how much I'm going to like it. So I adjust based on that. But yeah, absolutely. New pictures of cool-looking games, new ideas, new concepts, these games that everyone seems to like. Yeah, that gets to me too. And I do like Gloomhaven fine, but I knew it wouldn't really be for me, and I enjoyed it as much as that game did for me, as much as it can do for me. So it gets high marks for that, but it's just not really my style. All right, I'm really just jumping everywhere. I apologize if I skip your question, because this is sort of like just leafing through a book and seeing what I hit. Someone wrote, hi from Maximum Security Prison. Hi. Thanks for watching. What's a good game for a group that is a little too competitive? A good co-op, perhaps? I think you answered your own question. Strangely, with a question. Have you ever read the Planetary Comics by Warren Ellis? I have not. I haven't. Have you played and do you like Ashes: Rise of the Phoenixborn? I've played it. Gosh, I played one time, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it's one that I would be willing to try to sort of give it another shot, because it is the kind of game I tend to enjoy. For some reason, I just didn't really, I wasn't captivated by it. Oh boy. Okay. Wow, how am I feeling overwhelmed already? I play Seventh Continent, yes, and I feel about it a lot. In many ways, a lot of the same feelings I have for Gloomhaven I have about Seventh Continent. They're big, they're epic, they are fantastic creations that aren't necessarily for me, you know. What are your best games of 2017 up to now? There's a few, but I'm playing that pretty close to the chest for when we do that list. But there's a lot. I mean, again, if you've been seeing some of my reviews, then you'll know what I've been really digging. I don't want to list them necessarily because I'm hoping that you'll tune back in for that top 10. Okay. Hi, Z. What was the worst game you were tricked into playing and found yourself halfway done just staring down the culprit that made you sit down to play? I don't know. That's a good question. What have I played recently that I felt like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be? I think the last time that happened was Eldritch Horror. Because they said, I remember when Eldritch Horror first came out, the word was it's Arkham Horror, simplified, streamlined, but heavier on the story. Cool. I got 1.5, 2 of those things. It's not shorter, that's for sure. And while there is a little more story in that part of it, the gameplay was still extremely long and very punishing. It's a very difficult game, so unfortunately, that was a big disappointment. Hi, Z. Is Abyss in your top 100? If yes, at what number? We're doing top 100s right now. We're in the middle of those. I think it is. How big is your board game collection? It's about 600 games right now. Since heavy worker placement isn't your typical game, is there one you will play? There's a few I will play. Probably my favorite heavy worker placement game is oh boy, what's it called? Viticulture. Are there any videos of your acting career? I don't think so. I was a stage actor for the most part, so probably not. I did a couple of shorts, but there were, it wasn't anything rehearsed or anything. I did a few competitions with a group of friends, which we did this thing called the 24-hour film festival, and you get a topic, you get a prop on a Friday night, say, Friday 10 p.m., and they email you the stuff. Then you have 24 hours to write the script, to do everything you need to do, and submit it before 10 p.m. the next day, Saturday. And so I did that a few times. We entered the Miami competition. It was fun. We won a couple of times. But, so those are fun, and they were more of a get to hang out with friends and do something creative. I wouldn't necessarily say they represent my acting, career, but yes, you can probably try to find those. Let's see what we're looking at. OMG, are you in jail? Looks like it. Yes, as per Tom Vass. No, we're just hanging out. Some cool bricks behind us. Any more solo playthroughs coming? Yeah, I don't know when. We've been pretty slammed. And then with the internet being all sneaky with the weather and, all of that, I just haven't been able to tackle it again. But yeah, I'm hoping to do some more. All right. Thoughts on Fate of the Elder Gods? I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. I think it has a pretty high learning curve, unfortunately. But once you know the game, it's fun. It is certainly in your face, though. There is going to be a lot of confrontation, but I dug it. I thought the production was fantastic, and the gameplay is engaging. Okay. What genre would you like to see get the legacy treatment? Genre? What style of game? I don't know. I'm very happy with co-ops being legacy games. I think it works the best for co-op games because, again, like I've said somewhere else before, I think co-op games tend to be a puzzle, and once you're getting sort of close to solving that puzzle, it changes on you, which is what legacy games do. It revitalizes the whole thing. I just think it's a match made in heaven, right? So I like that. If I was going to do something quirky, just as a silly gimmick, maybe a dexterity game that's a legacy game, where you can break pieces off of the things you are stacking or whatever. That's just weird. Has Sam convinced you to play TI4 yet? No, not yet. He said lying with the yet part. Do you prefer Insider or Werewords? I haven't played Werewords. A study in... Oh, no, I lost it. Demon. Study in Emerald, do you think a deluxe edition would enhance immersion? No. No, not for that game. What is the best Cthulhu Mythos theme used in a game? How is it best implemented, I assume is what you mean. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know. My favorite is probably Pandemic Cthulhu, but I wouldn't say it's the most thematic, right? Probably Arkham Horror, the card game. That's probably it. Okay. Do you remember the first board game you ever played? Modern board games? I think it was San Juan or Carcassonne, one of those two. What is your favorite stage play? Wow. There are so many. I guess I go by writers a little more. I really like Neil LaBute. I've done a few Neil LaBute pieces that I've very much enjoyed. It's good, like sort of flexing your acting muscles. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there I enjoy. I'm going to say my favorite musical, though, these days is probably In the Heights. I really enjoy In the Heights. I thought it was very well done. Can you please do some stand-up comedy? Comedy? No. I think we'll spare the audience that. Dogs or cats? We're not at the lightning round yet. We'll get to that. But dogs. But I'm allergic to both. Ha ha. When playing games from your existing collection, how often do you need to refresh yourself on the rules versus being able to play immediately? I always need to check the rules for at least things like, okay, how many cards do we draw? What's the end game trigger again? Do we finish out the round when the game ends? Stuff like that. But often, I can remember, for the most part, how the game goes. On that same breath, though, I have to say that most of the games that get a lot of repeat plays from me are fairly simple. So. What two-player game can you recommend for a reluctant gamer? I want to play with my brother and need a game. Oh boy, I don't know your brother. You gotta figure out what he likes. What's he used to, what theme would catch his eye. Don't make him play some game about something he doesn't care about. Make sure it's something captivating to that person. But then also, they might not like whatever you like. I think everyone likes games. I think gaming. This speaks to people, to humans. I think we enjoy the concept of games. And so I really do think that everyone enjoys games. They just haven't played the right game yet for them. But you got to go to the source for that. Find out what he likes, and keep it simple. That's the other mistake that most people make. According to our BGG mentality, something like Agricola is, medium heavy. No, Agricola is an anvil, that if you use medium heavy for Agricola, then things like Yahtzee float away. You got to scale that back. Were you at some point doing magic card tricks? No, never done that. Did you play the mega game at Dice Tower Con? Thoughts? Plan to do things like this in the future? I did play it. I enjoyed it as an experience. I don't think I'm going to do it again. That's neat, If I'm going to spend that much time doing any gamey activity like that, I'll just do role playing. And I don't even role play normally, but it was neat. It was just, I ultimately had the same issue with that. And this is not really that much of an issue. I had a fun time, right? But I ultimately had the same problem with that as I did with Space Cadets, which is a big game, lots of rules, lots going on, lots to learn, that all ultimately really is just a bunch of little mini games. And I don't like that dichotomy. It's either a bunch of little mini games and I play for 15 minutes and have fun, or I play a big game and you actually let me do interesting things that feel big, not Pit. One of the mini games in that was Pit. And so that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm of two minds about that whole concept. Have you seen Blade Runner 2029? Not yet, but I do want to see it. I've heard fantastic things. Is the extra ammunition card in Arkham Horror, the card game, you? No, it's not me. Someone's saying I should do more negative reviews. I hate doing negative reviews. Don't like it. Don't like it. I have to, I mean, you know, if I have to do it, I have to do it. And I know my Hunger the Show review, apparently a lot of people like that. So thank you if you watched it and enjoyed it. But I don't thrive in doing negative reviews. You know, I want to enjoy the things I talk about. Definitely gonna, you know, I never would seek one out, is what I'm saying. Are you going to review the upcoming Fallout board game? I think it's I don't know. There's two, right? There's a minis game. Probably won't mess with that. The other one is the FFG one, I think. Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, FFG for me is, they tricked me. They put out these amazing sounding and gorgeous looking games. I get excited about them, and then they hit me with, oh, it's 5 hours long. You know, I just don't like games that are that long typically. So maybe it depends what kind of game it ends up being. Can you share some of your abstract board games? Some of your favorite, I'm sorry. I mean, I really like the GIF series. If you're getting into abstract gaming, you got to go there. That really is it's a modern monument to abstract gaming. I really do think so. That's GIPF. Look that up. And the series, that's one game, and it's also the name of a group of games. Those are all interesting, at least. They're not all fantastic. I don't like a couple of them myself, but there's so much there. There are so many good ideas in that group. Since you love movies, what are some of your favorite under-the-radar films? I don't know. I like The Fountain a lot, and it seems like no one's seen it. I did just watch The Bad Batch. Not really digging it. I did not like that very much. It was quirky for the sake of being quirky, it felt to me. It wasn't quirky with a purpose. So that's not really answering your question, but that's what you made me think of. Okay. Hi, Z. Pick one. Tableau building, tile laying, or set collection. I am going to go with, well, set collection games tend to be simpler. Maybe that's just my impression, but they do. I'm going to go with tableau building. Are you more excited for Thor or Star Wars? Oh, Thor. By far. I haven't seen the new Star Wars trailer, though. But Thor looks amazing. I cannot wait for that. This is a great question here. All in bold. Very important in caps. I want to get a worker placement. Which one? I don't know. I don't know. What do you like? Oh, there we go. Family Showdown just showed up. Maybe they showed up a while ago. I'm way behind. Okay, let me see if I can do it. Have you played London, 2nd edition? No. I can't trust someone who is allergic to dogs. Okay. I still like dogs. I'm just allergic to dogs. I put up with being allergic to dogs because I adore dogs as well. So, Z, do you watch Survivor? No. Have you played the final version of Alien Artifacts? Yeah, maybe. Why did you stop naming every number in your top 100? Because after 3, it was exhausting. Have you played the 5 Tribes solo variant? I did. It's okay. What book are you reading at the moment? I am reading a book. Oh, gosh, I just started, so I forget what it's called. But it's the one that the Fireteam Zero board game is based on. Yes. Go with that. I don't remember what it's called. It's cool. Oof. Some of these questions, man. Hello, Kabuki Kid. Have you listened to This Game is Broken podcast? Not yet, but I really like those people that are doing that podcast. I'm just behind. I definitely want to check them out. Okay, no, haven't seen Blade Runner. Oh man, this thing is the worst how it jumps around. The fountain is quite good. Blam. Confirmation. Okay, here we go. Of these designers, with whom do you have... What? Of these designers, with whom do you have feel the largest disconnect? Okay. Stefan Feld, Vlada, or Uwe? Oh, Vlada. I really don't like Vlada's games. In fact, I think the game of his I like the most is Codename Pictures, and that's Codenames, which I don't like. Codenames Pictures I enjoy. I mean, I rate it like a 6.5 maybe. So that's cool. I can play that with family and such. But yeah, Vlada, I don't know what it is. Just don't jive with his mindset. You know, he's clearly talented, but not his stuff's not for me. All right. Is it pronounced GIF or GIF? All right. How many games do you have on your smartphone? Not very many. I don't play on my phone very much, so I have about 4 or 5. Okay, the fountain. I guess I just mentioned, this was when I just mentioned the fountain. Okay, cool. Now I know more or less how long ago that was. Scarface or Godfather. I don't really like either one of those movies. Guess Scarface, though, for me. Nice, Hunter. Living Dead Lockup, huh? Yeah. You're fast, my friend. Very fast. Mark Street is up in here. What? That's it, people. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you, bud. All right. What's your favorite Time Stories expansion or story? I like the Prophecy of Dragons the best, which is funny because I thought that would be my least favorite up to that point. Don't really like generic fantasy stuff, but that one really really embodied time stories, and it used that whole concept very well. All the other ones, to a certain degree, feel like setups, like the MacGuffin is the time stories thing. It's just a way to get you going, you know. And then the story has nothing to do with time travel in many ways. I thought Prophecy of Dragons used more of its setup. How about that? Have you ever tried Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes? No, but I've heard of it. I would like to, but I haven't done it. I want a little heavier roll and write. What would you recommend? I would recommend you check out Saint Malo. I don't know what you mean by heavier. I think that one's heavier than like Quicks, you know. That's one of my absolute favorites, and there is a little more going on in that one, so I recommend it. Saint Malo. Okay, oh boy, I'm just jumping around here. Let's see. It's a shame you don't like... Okay, that's interesting. It's a shame you don't like negative stuff. I think a top, I guess a 10 worst. 10 worst games of the year would be a hilarious addition to the top 10 of the year. Well, it's not that it's not that I don't like games, right? That I don't not like bad games. English is tough. There's a lot of games I don't like. There's games I will play and realize they're not well made. They're just not for me. But you know, even if they're not for me, I'm very forgiving of that. That's fine. It's not their fault. It's just not for me. That's okay. But there are games that are simply bad. They're ill-advised constructions. You know, they're under researched, made by people that don't know gaming. But there's not a lot of value in that either too frequently. Every now and then, that's fine, right? Every now and then, a negative review, if a game is particularly bad, also will happen. You know, those games they're not that common. They don't rise enough. You know, they sort of don't break through enough for me to have seen it or played it. So, But doing a top 10 negative, like, bad games of the year, there's not a lot of purpose in that either. It doesn't accomplish a whole lot. I'm trying to make a lot of, ultimately, I want to make people feel good when they watch a top 10 or a review or whatever for the most part, right? And a top 10 negative is going to be funny to some people and be really hurtful to other people, and I don't like that trade-off. I'm not okay with that balance. Okay, where are we at? Current thoughts on Seafall. I don't like it still. It's cheaper. It's good if you need coins. Didn't it go on sale? Seafall went on sale for $20 or something recently. Okay. What's your favorite pizza, with or without pineapple? No pineapple on pizza, okay? No. And my favorite, I don't know, pepperoni. I'm simple. I'm easy when it comes to that stuff. I enjoy the simple pleasures. Pepperoni pizza and a good drink, and that's it. What are some of your favorite bands or music groups? I already talked about REM and how I like Monster. What else do I like? I like Marcy Playground. I like Nine Inch Nails. I like... trying to think here. It's been a long time since I bought an album, so... And I don't tend to keep up with a lot of modern music anyway, so... I like a lot of older stuff. I like U2. They're good. I like KMFDM. I like that stuff as well. I like, if I go all sorts of genres, I like the Crystal Method, or I did anyway. I did a lot of listening to them when they were first coming out for electronic music, techno. But mostly I like alternative and rock and like classic rock, stuff like that. And industrial music. I do like that as well. Oh, right. What time is it? Oh, my goodness. Really? No, I started at 3:30, not 3. I thought the time was up. Da-da-da-da. Sorry. Just looking for stuff. Philly cream cheese. I don't even know what that means. Oh, barbecue. Barbecue. Pizza topping, I guess, is what they're talking about. What are the 3 best roll-in rights out right now? Okay, well, St. Malo is probably my favorite, as I said. And I really like Avenue. That's not a roll and write. It's a flip a card and write, but same thing. And then third place, maybe one of the Quicks games. Quinto, the card game was very good. Maybe that one, Quinto, the card game, yeah. But again, there's no dice in that one. Favorite Arkham Horror LCG pack? Well, I'd have a hard time picking one. It's really a story. They tell a story. And I'm playing through, what's it called? Not Carcosa, not the new stuff. The first one, the big story that came out, right? I'm playing through that stuff. I just did the last one I did is the one with the train, the Essex Express. I really like that one. I thought that was very clever, very brilliant what they did with that. So far, that's been my favorite out of that campaign. I'm looking forward to more, but I'm telling you, I'm digging this game. I'm really playing it a lot. Favorite of the Mask trilogy? If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, then Tikal, by far, is the best of the 3. Maybe you're not thinking of that. I don't know. Thank you very much, Paul Humphreys, for the nice words. Da-da-da. Don't know what that is. Flip-flops or Crocs? Oh, I'm a flip-flop man all the way. Z, what is your favorite restaurant? Man, that's a good question. What is my favorite restaurant? Hmm. My favorite kinds of foods are Italian, and I really like sushi as well. So maybe a sushi place around here. There is a place not too far from where I'm at. I forget what they're called, but sushi and Italian. Let's go with that. I can't think of a specific restaurant. Who is your favorite Sherlock Holmes? Oh, the ones I've seen, Cumberbatch is fantastic. I think he's fantastic in anything, though. Benedict Cumberbatch is unbelievable. That man is a force to be reckoned with on screen. I really enjoy watching him. He's magnetic. Can I show you a magic trick at Essen? Yeah, you got it. Come up to the booth, show me. Now, if I get 57 people showing me magic tricks at Essen, no, people, come on. Just come up and say hi. Tell me about your day a little bit. That's it. What is the last Kickstarter you backed? Jeez. I have no idea. It's been a while. Let's see. Kickstarter. I have a Kickstarter app in here. I don't do Kickstarter very much, obviously, as you can tell, because I don't remember. But I'll go look. I think I've backed approximately 18 things. Oh, Rising Sun. Rising Sun was the last one. There you go. Z, what's the oddest theme for a game you've ever seen? Probably the one I featured in the very first episode of Board Game Blender. It's a game about flatulence and blaming other people for said flatulence. It's also a Bruno Catala game. I don't know. It's an okay game. It's not fantastic, but it is funny. Okay. Have you played the upcoming game Majesty by Z-Man? No, have not. Not on my radar, that one. What is your favorite dexterity game? Probably Junk Art at this point. I really enjoyed Junk Art. I only have a couple of dexterity games. It's not a genre that really floats my boat or anything, but yeah, Junk Art's great. What is the driest Euro game you enjoy? That's a good question. It's going to be hard to answer. But maybe Tikal is pretty dry, I think. I really enjoy that game. I don't know. Viticulture, like I said, I enjoy a lot. Pillars of the Earth, I enjoy a lot. I like Through the Desert, I enjoy. It's in the desert. It's really dry. So there's a few. There's a few like that. But it'd be hard to lock it down to one. Let's see. Really like the new Stay a Friend of the Blend t-shirts. Thank you. I like them very much as well. If you haven't seen those, folks, go check out Board Game Blender and go check out those shirts. They are really cool. Super Motherlode or Dale of Merchants? Wow, those are both really good. I think Super Motherlode, because I really like that Dig Dug stuff going on. That board play is fun, but they're really both good. Favorite roll and write? I already said that. Do you have a favorite trivia game? No. Do you own games you don't play but keep as shelf candy? Oh boy. You know, I'm sure I do, and I just don't admit it to myself. But I try not to do that because I try not to consider myself a collector. You know, I try not to consider myself someone who, when I get a new game, I keep it because I'm collecting games. If it's bad, it should go. You know, I don't have that much room as it is. So I'm certain I do, and I just haven't made that realization yet. But I couldn't name one, you know. Okay, let's see. Plastic tokens versus metal tokens versus stone tokens. We're excluding wooden tokens on purpose? Okay. Well, metal coins for sure. Any other kind of token? I'll go with plastic as long as it's not really light plastic, because then I'll just go with wood. And I like, plastic components like, bits and pieces, and wooden. I like the wooden components. As, I like plastic too. But coins, metal coins. Oh, by far, I love metal coins. All right, let's see. My missus, okay, mentioned by, I'm very confused. Jamaica, would I recommend it for 2 players? No, I don't think it's a very good 2-player game. Question, what is up, Z? Also love the shirts. Thank you, Robert Geislinger. I like your stuff, man. You're a cool cat. Okay. Are you into Stroop waffles? Yes. I'm more into Stroop waffles than I should be, that's for sure. Oh, this is unbelievably jumpy today. The chat, I mean. Not sure why it's doing that. How do you get rid of games you don't want anymore? I just give them to Tom, and we pass them on at the Dice Tower flea market. Basically, we sell them, usually for ridiculously low prices. Best solo game not made to be played solo. Pandemic, I guess. There's no real solo mode except, I mean, they just added a solo mode in the last expansion. You can play solitaire, of course, by playing multiple characters. Anything that is a full co-op like that usually makes a pretty good solitaire game. Robinson Crusoe, someone said. Yeah, that's a good one too for that. Pete Shire is asking me which one I prefer, Pete's Eyes or Pete's Smile. How do you expect me to pick between those 2 things? I gotta say both. I mean, it's impossible. They're both equally good. Have you ever been made angry playing a game by how bad it is? Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, it's happened. I don't often get angry in games, right? Especially not with other people. Again, it's very, very rare. But some games are just aggressively bad to the point that they make you feel like you wasted your time by having learned the rules and engaged in something that clearly so little thought went into. So yeah, you feel robbed in many ways. Have you played Thunderbird solo? I have. That's a great solitaire game. Can you give me any tips, please? Oof. I don't know if I'm good at it. I just enjoy it a lot. Definitely don't ignore that the rule that says you can switch out characters, And there's some characters that, you got to be careful about getting locked out in Thunderbird 5, If you get locked out in space, that's problematic. Have you ever tried a Hex Encounter war game? Nope. Not for me. Favorite Neuroshima Hex army? New York is my favorite. When can we expect a review of 5 Tribes, the new expansion, Whims of the Sultan? As soon as I get one. I don't have that expansion. I did play it though. I played it one time. Charterstone or Edge of Humanity? I have not played Edge of Humanity. Now this is good. Imperial Settlers of 51st State. Oh boy. I think I like Imperial Settlers better because I can play it with more people. There's also more content for it. But I will always have a special place in my heart for 51st State. I just really like that game. Excuse me. Z, do you personally consider the use of apps in board games a good or bad thing? I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think there's If you were asking me, do I consider the use of apps in every board game good or bad, I might have a different answer. But the use of apps in some board games, yeah. It's like asking me, what do I consider about, about the usage of ketchup in food? It's fine. I just don't want it in every food, in every meal I consume. That's the thing. And so I think the experimentation happening on that front, I think some of the clever ideas that it's allowing, some of the space it's opening up, I think that's great. Very happy with that. Best post-apocalyptic game so far, Saltlands or something else. I mean, I guess 51st State for me, but Saltlands is good. Anything that isn't overwrought, mainly that's what ends up happening with post-apocalyptic games, is they try to do too much. I enjoy Saltlands. I enjoy the one that Richard Launius did, Defenders of the Last Stand, and 51st State very much as well. All right. Oh boy. Have you played Apocrypha? I have not played Apocrypha. That thing looks massive. I don't know if I'm going to get, I don't know if I'm going to play it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into it. Any apps you prefer over the board game version? I don't, it's rare for me to like an app more than I like the board game, but games that have obtuse scoring or quirky parts that are easy to miss in the physical version, it's hard to say no to apps like that, like Lost Cities, right? Lost Cities is very pleasant to play in person, face-to-face, chatting, playing cards. It's great. But then you got to stop at the end and score everything up. I'm not saying it's brain-burning, but it does take a couple of minutes. In the app, you don't have to do that. It's beautiful. Boom, who won, who lost, your score. And that's generally how I feel about everything. Neuroshima Hex, I love playing face-to-face. It's fun seeing people think, strategize, being able to react to their play. But yeah, you got to be good to make sure everything fires in the right order and you don't miss anything. Yeah, it happens sometimes, and the app doesn't allow for it to happen. So that's sort of my give and take with that. I don't know if I necessarily like any app, any app that obliterates the board game completely. Maybe ones that have really annoying setups, Dominion style games, that sort of thing. Oh boy, it jumped. Is Alien Artifact similar in feel to Imperial Settlers? I think we'll wait on that for a little bit. There should be a review of that coming out soon. Favorite thing about Scythe? Favorite thing about Scythe? That's a good warm-up. Favorite thing about Scythe? Favorite thing about Scythe? Oh, what is my favorite thing? The artwork, the theme. And the gameplay is great. Everything is good in that game. What's my favorite thing? The setting, the world building. Salvation Road, yeah, that's a good one, Robert. That's a good post-apocalyptic game. Though it's really, it's a resource management kind of game set in a post-apocalyptic world. It doesn't really use that theme to the best that it, to its full effect. But yeah, it's good. Have you played Drop Mix? No, not yet. That sounds cool though. Get it? Sounds cool because it's a music game. All right, where am I? I don't know what that is. Opinions on the paywall to watch the new Star Trek series inside of the U.S. I have no idea what you're talking about. You have to pay to watch it? I don't know. Don't know what you're talking about. How often do you play solo games? I don't know. Once every couple weeks, once a week, once every 2 weeks. Depends how busy I am. Been very busy lately, so not a lot. Favorite Ticket to Ride map? Well, Ticket to Ride base game, my favorite is Ticket to Ride Europe. Favorite Ticket to Ride map? Maybe Africa. I really enjoyed the Africa map pack. Is Drop Mix the game from Target? I don't know who's selling it, but yeah, it's the one where you play a card and it makes a sound. You know, you make a mix from the cards. Every card you add throws in a new sound into the sound mixing. It looks cool. No, okay. So yeah, the new Star Trek requires a subscription service to CBS's streaming service. Well, I mean, that's what they do, right? I mean, and these channels are attempting to survive, so it makes sense. They have a hit, you know, on their hands. I assume it's a hit. I don't know anything about it. They're going to want you to pay for it. They're going to put their eggs in that basket. Why don't you give Arcadia Quest the love it deserves? Because I'm an evil person. I have a cold heart. Thoughts on Clank in Space compared to normal Clank? Well, we talked about this in the review, but Clank in Space I thought had better humor. I enjoyed the theme more, and I thought it was humorous. And I liked the mechanisms a little more as well. So I like it better. I did. I enjoyed Clank fine. And Clank in Space gives me more of what I liked in the first one with a better, you know, tuning a few things that I thought could be tuned, and they did. And so it's a better version, in my opinion. Have you tried Gateway Uprising by Cool Mini or not? I have not. Not played that yet. Whose autograph would you want that you don't already own? Oh, I don't know. Autographs. I don't really collect autographs. I have a few boxes that are signed by game designers. Don't get me wrong. I think that's cool, you know. Knowing, you know, like asking someone to sign work that they did. But just an autograph to collect the autograph, I don't necessarily do that. Having said that, whose autograph would I want that I don't already have? Oh, boy. Maybe some famous actor or something. I don't know. It's not a very good answer. Sam Shepard or David Mamet? That's a good one. Oh man, I like both. I really like both. I'm gonna go with early Mamet and late Shepard. Because I think Sam Shepard got better with time, and I think David Mamet just repeated himself a little bit. So I'm going to go with, yeah. But they're both very good. Have you had a chance to play Pandemic Rising Tide yet? No, I haven't seen it. I would love to play it, though. I like this question. Z has a wife? C does not. Oh, I see why you're asking, because someone above that asked if I played games with my wife. Okay, got it. Okay, when playing Pandemic, this is a good question. When playing Pandemic, do you get the feeling that it's too easy for one person to alpha? Seems more so than other games. Again, I've said this before. I think alpha problems in games, the alpha gamer problems, right, in which if you don't know, it means someone kind of takes over and tells everyone what to do, is a problem with that person, not with the game. It's, you know, I could tell people what to do in any game. That'd be really annoying. I realize we're all working together to win a game, but if you want to play for me, then just play two-handed. Play for two people. I don't need to be there, you know, for you to play for me. So I don't like alpha gamers. I try very hard not to do that. I think I'm pretty good at allowing whatever happens to happen because I'm not that invested in winning or losing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe those people need to win. I just want to have fun. In fact, I just got a new shirt from Geeky Goodies, the guys that make our Friend of the Blend shirts, that says, some play to win, I play to grin. I really like it. It's a cool shirt. Gotta wear it in one of the upcoming videos. But yeah, I think, alpha gaming, that's a problem with that person and other people being okay with allowing it to happen. Don't be like that. That's my thoughts. Oh, now it's all about what I have, huh? I have a husband, a dog. I have a game problem. New shirt. I do have a new shirt. Z, is there a reason you switched to glasses for the top 10? The reflection is horrible sometimes. Nope, just sometimes I don't put in my contacts. I realize that it catches the light. I know they do that. They're very cheap glasses too, so they don't have that cool finish that works against that. But yeah, no, I just sometimes don't have my contacts in. I have my contacts in right now, and I almost just poked my eyeball out as well. But yeah, I'm just sometimes didn't put them in. Sorry about that. I realize it's a little problematic. Nice, Kabuki Kid. Nice. Okay, let's see. What else have we got? So everyone seems to be agreeing with me about alpha players. Good. I am glad to hear that. Are you still playing Elder Sign? Yeah, I haven't played in a bit, but I am still enjoying it. What was the last time I played it? I'm trying to think. Really my not Elder Sign, my Cthulhu kick has been filled lately by Arkham Horror, the card game. So I haven't brought Elder Sign out in a while, but I still have it all. I still very much enjoy it. In fact, I made a custom insert for it. I made it myself out of foam core. It's only the second one I've ever made, and I made it for that game because it had too much stuff in it. So I made one that allows for the cover on the box to float a little bit, and everything can go in there. So I very much enjoy it still. What is my favorite game that went under the radar? Probably, I don't know if this is under the radar or not. I don't know how highly rated it is, but Deus does not seem to get a lot of love. I really like that game. Deus is fantastic, and in fact, they came out with an expansion for it, which I should probably assume means it did well. Deus Egypt is the expansion, and I think they are both fantastic. If you haven't played Deus, you enjoy card games, you enjoy expansion sort of games, combos, all this thing is combo-rific. And then Deus Egypt also was very good. Z, what is your favorite iteration of Pandemic to play with only 2 players? I think they all play pretty well with 2. I couldn't say, oh, this one over this other one. I find they scale really well, most of the Pandemic games. So really, it's up to you as far as, I would go with theme at that point. If you want to do the Cthulhu thing, that's fun. That one's a little bit swingier. That one's a little bit luckier than the other ones. If you enjoy long-term planning as much as possible, then I would say Iberia has probably the most long-term planning. And then for a happy in between, just regular Pandemic. Most anticipated new trick-taking game. Well, I have a review coming out for a new trick-taking game called Claim, coming out from White Goblin Games. There we go. And that review should be coming out very soon. I think it's coming out this week. I shot it a couple of days ago, edited the thing, and that's a good trick-taking game. So go check that out. That is, however, a trick-taking game for only 2 players. So pretty neat idea there. When at Essent, Doner, I don't know how to pronounce that word, kebab or currywurst. Currywurst all the way. I love that stuff. What are some good drafting games for only 2 players? Oh, for sure, I would say Tides of Madness is my favorite from Portal Games. Drafting 2-player game doesn't get any better than that. Have you gotten to play Nemo's War yet? I have not. All right, so let's wrap this up. Let's do a quick fire, what are we calling it? I'm the one who came up with this and I forgot. See what I mean? Quick fire round. I forget what we called it. We're just going to go A or B. A or B choices. Well, I'll answer a few of those and then we'll call it a day, all right? By the way, thank you for joining me while I let some of these build up. I really enjoy everyone coming on and chatting, asking your excellent questions. I haven't done one of these in a while, as I said, but every time I do one, I do have a good time. So thank you for that. So here we go. A or B, quick fire round. Fire Bernie quickie round. Cherry or grape? Cherry. Pineapple pizza or TI4? Pineapple pizza. I can consume that faster. Lightning round, that's what it's called. Super busy or super bored? Super busy. You or me? You. Boxers or briefs? Dude. Boxer briefs. Dice tower or dice tray? Dice tower. Ninja or samurai? Oh, that's good. Ninja. Hat or cap? I like caps better. Whoa, whoa. Han Solo or Chewbacca? Chewie, man. Chewbacca. That's my dog. Carson City or Great Western Trail? I haven't played Great Western Trail, so I'll say Carson City. Sam or Tom? Chewbacca. To be or not to be? That is the question, quite likely. Pancake or, wait, pandemic or pancakes? Pandemic. Too hot or too cold? I would rather be too cold. I hate warm. I hate feeling warm. Hamlet or Othello? Probably Hamlet. Birds or dogs? Dogs. Eggplant parm or chicken parm? I don't really like either one, but I'll go with the chicken parm. He-Man or Thundercats? I like He-Man better. Legacy or no legacy on Pandemic? Wow, come on. Both are great. They're their own thing. Blue or black ink? I like black ink. Where am I? Shoot. Where did this go? There it is. First Martians or Robinson? Robinson. Blood Rage or Rising Sun? I think Blood Rage. Star or Wars? Star. Live music concert or live theater play? I would rather go to a play. A or B? B. 2B. Beer or liquor? Come on, man. Tea or coffee? I don't really like either one, so coffee. Beer or liquor? I like both, so coffee. West Side Story or Hamilton? I guess Hamilton, yeah. West Side Story is, it's a little too tropey. Wedding cake or birthday cake? Is there a difference? Spyfall or werewolf? Spyfall. Cheese or cheese? Yeah. Chimpanzees or dolphins? Oh, chimps, man. I like both, but chimps. Buns or bread? They're different? I'm so confused by these questions. Y'all are killing me. Draw a token from a bag or roll a die. Roll a die is faster, so we'll go with that. Books or movies? Movies. Night owl or early bird? Oh, this is a big one. I'm going big time for night owl here. Early birds? No. Ticket to Ride or Yamatai? Whew, Yamatai. Kanagawa or Dice Town? That's another tough one. I'll go with Kanagawa. WWE or UFC? UFC. Beard or clean shaven? I will go with a beard. Where am I? Hunger the Show or a paper cut? Oh, man. Hunger the Show, I guess. Paper cuts are those, it depends where. Finger, like, you know, pad, that's fine. Between the fingers, Hunger the Show. Donuts or muffins? Donuts. Oh, this is a good one. Hold on. Lightning round or burn you burn round thingy? Yes. The second one. Jamaica or Libertalia? Jamaica. Skydiving or deep sea diving? No, thank you. Hamlet or Macbeth? I'm not in a theater, so I can say it. Macbeth. I'll still go with Hamlet. Indian food or Chinese food? I like both. I don't know. Maybe Indian. Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings? I've never seen any Game of Thrones stuff. High five or fist bump? Both. It's fine. Just shake my hand. Blanket or quilt? Blanket. D20 or D12? D20. Douglas Adams or Terry Pratchett? I have not read any Terry Pratchett, and I don't really like Douglas Adams. iPod or Zune? Oh, come on now. Zune is where it's at. Zeus or Hades? Hades, baby. Soccer or basketball? I like basketball better. Chicken or waffles? Waffles. The Pirates of Penzance or the... Okay, it's the same choice. Never mind. Yes, I do like that play. That's fun. Time Stories for only 2 or only 4? Definitely 4. Time Stories does not work that well at 2. I don't want to try it at 2. I attempted to try it at 2 and gave up on it. Very scheduled or spontaneous? That is a very good question for me. I feel like I am taking one of those Match.com questionnaires, by the way. Very scheduled. While I can be very spontaneous, I don't like plans changing on me. Throws me off. Makes me moody a little bit. Cheesecake or marble cake with cream cheese frosting? Cheesecake. What time is it? Sour Patch Kids or sour gummy worms? The worms. Arena 2, or Arena Roma 2 rather, or Schaden Todden. I like Roma 2 better. VHS or Betamax? I actually grew up with Betamax, so don't knock it, man. Those nice big tapes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think we're done here. Match.com or eHarmony? That's the question I just got. That's my cue, I'm pretty sure, to call it. So, before I go, thanks everybody for tuning in again. Hopefully we'll do another one of these soon, and hopefully I can get some solitaire gaming done as well. I know we did a couple of them. Those of you who tuned in seem to have a good time. I had a good time teaching them to you, playing with you technically. So yeah, I'll keep that in the back of the old noggin and we'll do it again. So I'm calling it. This is going to be a wrap on our live Q&A. I think as far as whatever this question and answer research experiment is concerned, I would say it's a success. I'm surprised it's not taken off, but I'm thinking it will in the future. Thanks, everybody. My name is Z Garcia. You've been watching The Dice Tower. I'm out.